In December 2024, Patrick Mahomes scrambled away from pressure against the Pittsburgh Steelers. As he was being tackled, with a defender draped over him, he flipped a backhanded pass to running back Samaje Perine, who had been knocked to the ground. Perine caught it while on his knees. The play was so absurd that even NFL Network analysts struggled to describe it. But this was just one moment in a career full of things that should be physically impossible. Throws that seem to bend physics, no-look passes that break defensive backs' brains, and 90-yard warm-up tosses that leave veterans shaking their heads. How does one quarterback consistently do things that no one else can even attempt? And why, despite 3 Super Bowls and 2 MVPs, do analysts still question whether he's truly elite? Patrick Mahomes was born into athletics. His father, Pat Mahomes, pitched in Major League Baseball for 11 seasons. As a toddler, Patrick would swing a bat in the living room while his parents threw balls to him. "I used to call him the Energizer Bunny because he never stopped," his mother Randy says. "I would go to sleep and I'd wake up and he would have a game going in my bedroom." By age 4, his baseball talent was so advanced that he was traded for 2 players in his local T-ball league and moved up to play with older kids. At his first practice, he scooped a ground ball and fired to first, hitting the first baseman between the eyes and shattering his glasses. "I thought everybody could catch," Mahomes says now, laughing. His father tried to build his arm strength through baseball drills, long tosses, throws from different platforms, both feet parallel or one foot planted wrong. The problem? Every release point was powerful. Mahomes intuitively threw at varying angles, classically, at 3/4, or from his hip, and he could do it all with remarkable force. At White House High School in Texas, his coaches quickly realized they had someone special. Quarterbacks coach Adam Cook called quick screens and marveled at how fast the ball came out of Mahomes' hand. 0.58 seconds, compared to an average of 0.67 for every other White House quarterback since. "God didn't give out many arms like that," Cook said. Mahomes chose Texas Tech over other offers. In his second career start as a true freshman against Oklahoma, he made a throw that still defies explanation. Escaping pressure, scrambling left, and with a defender's helmet at his chin, flicking the ball across his body and 40 yards into the end zone. It was erased by a holding penalty. It still might be the greatest throw no one ever saw. When Mahomes entered the NFL in 2017, the critics had a long list of concerns. He played in a spread system at Texas Tech that didn't translate to the pros. He was too improvisational, too reckless. He threw too many interceptions, 24 in his final college season. He had the talent, sure, but could he learn to play within structure? The Chiefs traded up to select him 10th overall in 2017, but they didn't need him to start right away. Alex Smith was the veteran. Mahomes spent his rookie year watching, learning, and most importantly, practicing. During his rookie season, Mahomes made throws in practice that made veteran teammates do double takes. Linebacker Justin Houston recalled one from OTAs. He didn't know the offense. He didn't know what he was doing. He rolled to his right. The defense opened up, and he threw 30 yards down the field to the left. "I've been around for a little while, and not a lot of guys can do that." Safety Eric Murray described Mahomes' throwing style in basketball terms. He floated it, like a basketball shot. A floater. The pass landed behind Murray into the hands of the receiver. Murray had no idea what happened. But the practice interceptions also piled up. Mahomes threw plenty in training camp, leading to concerns he was too aggressive. He insisted it was part of the process. "Coach Reed told me when I had the opportunity to get the timing down and deep routes in, to see what you can get away with," Mahomes said. The skepticism didn't stop when he became the starter. The 2018 season was Mahomes' first as the full-time starter. It broke the NFL. He threw for 5,097 yards and 50 touchdowns, the second highest single-season total in NFL history, tied with Tom Brady and trailing only Peyton Manning's 55. He was named MVP at just 23 years old, the youngest since Dan Marino in 1984. But the critics adjusted. They said he was a product of Andy Reid's system. They said the league would figure him out. Then came the 2019 playoffs. Down 24-0 to the Houston Texans in the divisional round, Mahomes engineered the greatest comeback in Chiefs playoff history. He threw for 321 yards and 5 touchdowns in the second half alone. The Chiefs won 51-31. He then led them past the Titans and into Super Bowl 54, where he threw for 286 yards and 2 touchdowns, earning Super Bowl MVP honors and leading the Chiefs to their first championship in 50 years. The system quarterback label died that night, but new questions emerged. Mahomes' career since 2019 has been defined by one word: dominance. Through the 2025 season, he has thrown for 35,939 yards, 267 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 100.8, the fourth highest in NFL history among players with at least 1,500 attempts. He's the fastest quarterback ever to reach 35,000 passing yards, 123 games, and the fastest to throw 300 career touchdown passes, regular and postseason combined, in 139 games. He has led the Chiefs to 3 Super Bowl victories, LIV, LVI, LVII, and 5 Super Bowl appearances, something only Tom Brady and John Elway had done before him. But the throws are what truly define him. In Super Bowl 58, he scrambled, adjusted his release point, and found the only window available. He has thrown no-look passes, left-handed passes, backhanded passes while falling down, and 80-yard bombs in warm-ups that leave defensive coordinators shaking their heads. In November 2018 against the Arizona Cardinals, Mahomes threw a 60-yard pass that disappeared into the sun during warm-ups. It was barely worth mentioning to him. It wasn't even his longest of the day. Mike Kafka, his quarterback's coach, said that Mahomes' signature throws aren't accidents. He's been doing it since he got here, Kafka said. Mahomes practices the impossible, off-balance throws, across-his-body throws, sidearm throws, until they become routine. You want to practice this stuff? You don't want the first time you do it to be in a game, Mahomes said. But the questions continue. In August 2025, NFL analyst Greg Cosell appeared on a podcast and said something that caused a stir. I've been told by coaches in the league that Mahomes is not among the best progression readers in the league. Cosell pointed to Mahomes' 2024 season, where he ranked just 29th in deep ball efficiency and threw more interceptions, 6, than touchdowns, 4, on passes traveling 15 yards or more. The Chiefs went 6-11 in 2025, missing the playoffs for the first time in the Mahomes era. His numbers dipped: 3,587 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, good, but not the otherworldly standard he had set. Aaron Rodgers is now in position to pass Mahomes for second place in postseason passing touchdowns. Mahomes tore his ACL late in the 2025 season. He is expected to be ready for Week 1 of 2026, but the injury came at a critical juncture. At 30 years old, Mahomes has entered a new phase. The team around him has changed. Tyreek Hill was traded, Travis Kelce has aged, and no new receiver has emerged as a reliable star. The dynasty many assumed was inevitable has hit turbulence. He signed a $504.75 million contract extension in 2026. Money speaks in the NFL. But the question remains, can Mahomes catch Tom Brady? Can he sustain greatness long enough to claim the title of greatest of all time? That's why my story resonates with so many people, because that's what real life is, Warner once said. Mahomes' story is still being written.